Hebrew chapter 11 verse 1 says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." The empty chair. Once a girl had asked the local priest to come and pray for her father. When the pastor arrived, he found the man lying in bed with his head propped up on two pillows and an empty chair beside his bed. The priest assumed that the old man had been informed of his visit. "I guess you were expecting me," he said. "No, who are you?" "I'm the new pastor at your local church," the pastor replied. "When I saw the empty chair, I thought you knew about my coming." "Oh, yeah, the chair," said the bedridden man. "Would you mind closing the door?" Puzzled, the pastor shut the door. "I've never told this to anyone, not even my daughter," said the man. "But all my life I never knew how to pray. At church, I used to hear the pastor talk about prayer, but it always went right over my head. And I gave up the attempt to pray," the old man continued. "Until one day, about 4 years ago, my best friend said to me, 'Joe, prayer is just a way of talking to God. Here's what I suggest. Sit down on a chair, place an empty chair in front of you, and in faith, see Jesus on the chair.' It's not spooky because Jesus has promised, 'I'll be with you always.' Then just speak to Him and listen in the same way you're doing with me right now." So I tried it, and I've liked it so much that I do it a couple of hours every day. The pastor was deeply moved by the story and encouraged the old man to continue on the journey. Then he prayed with him and returned to the church. 2 nights later, the daughter called to tell the pastor that her daddy had died that afternoon. "Did he seem to die in peace?" Pastor asked. "Yes, when I left the house around 2 o'clock, Dad called me over to his bedside, told me one of his corny jokes, and kissed me on the cheek. When I got back from the store an hour later, I found him dead." But there was something strange. In fact, beyond strange, kinda weird. Apparently, just before Daddy died, he leaned over and rested his head on an empty chair beside the bed.